Hello and welcome to Captain Sid's Coloholics web show. Today I have an interview with FreudTastic. How you doing, Freud?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me here.
It's not a problem. I hope you had some nice food out in the green room. I made them fresh this time.
Yeah, I had. Yeah, it was standard, substandard, but it was okay.
Well, Lee did provide the food. She's a Dane. I hear there's bad blood there.
It's okay. It's okay.
So, who are you and where are you from?
My real name is. It's a common Swedish name. It's Fredrik, but a lot of my friends call me Fred. I like to call myself Fred since I hang out in a lot of English-talking places. And I also have my nickname Freud, which was kind of a joke name I was given in school. I'm from Sweden, so I am an upwards neighbor to Lee, who's from Denmark, obviously. But I'm also an adopted child. My real mom and dad are from Iceland, so I'm technically half Icelandish.
Ah. So you have quite a bit of that old blood in you.
Yeah, Viking blood.
Indeed.
So that's me.
All right. So tell me, when did you first get to Colo?
Well, how I first got to Colo. That is kind of a long story because I've loved role-playing and writing mostly, short stories and stuff, since I was 13. And when I started going to like 15, 16, I realized that there's this art of writing called role-playing. So I started looking for like sites or anywhere where you could role-play with people. My first site was the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Maker site, because they actually had forums and such where you could read about literally anything.
Yeah.
But then some stuff happened there, and I moved on to other forums. It was a little bit of searches here and there. Finally, I got to one site. Then this one day, I got an automated message linking to Coloholics.
Yes.
This was in December 2011. So somewhere in December 2011. So this is almost my second year here on Colo.
Outstanding.
But anyway, this automated message brought me here to Coloholics. At first, I was a little bit shocked because the place was just huge. I mean, it's immense.
Did you find it hard to navigate?
Yeah, at the beginning it was really, really hard to navigate because I had never seen a forum structure this massive. But I eventually got around with it. I saw like, hey, there's an anime section. I can roleplay there because I love anime.
Yeah.
But then as the weeks and months passed on, I started branching out a little bit. I went to fantasy, I went to science fiction, like superheroes in science fiction, and then some like swords and magic stuff in fantasy.
Yeah.
I even started trying nation building, which they said was like, hey, you should try this. It's an NBRP. You can build your own nation and command your own kingdom. It's really fun.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that looks kind of hard to me. But then I tried TFE's Mosaic Earth, I think it was.
Yes.
And it was really fun. So now I'm kind of all over the place on Coloholics, and it's really great. They have a lot of diversity, and I really love diversity.
All right. Well, outstanding. So tell me, what was your favorite RP and why? Of all time.
Of all times. Well, at first there was a lot of anime RPs that I thought were my top 10 or no top list RPs. But then when I started branching out, I found a lot more interesting ones. Right now, I would say that my top tier RP would be, let's see, I think it's kind of a tie, actually. Do you mind if it's a tie between two RPs?
By all means, go ahead.
Well, the first one is one that I joined in my first days. It's an anime RP. It's Bleach Mundane Revelations.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the first RPs I joined when I joined Coloholics. And it's obviously an anime RP. It's Bleach. Like everyone who knows shonen manga and anime knows what Bleach is, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I started role-playing there. It was kind of hard because unlike all the other Bleach RPs at the time, they had not this like level system and stat system.
Yeah.
Like they would actually write down stats and levels, and you would gain more stat points by earning levels.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of hard, and I thought I wouldn't fit in there because I imagined myself just sitting there, just role-playing because I would be supposed to grind level points.
Yeah.
But in the end, it just turned out to be really fun. I met a lot of great people, and that was that. My second top tier right now would be, it would actually be, I think it would be one of the newer role plays, Progenitor, or however it's pronounced.
Okay.
I think it's Progenitor.
Yeah.
And it's this superhero RP. There is no like characters set in stone though. There's no canon in it. So there's no like Superman. There's no like Spider-Man or Wolverine or things like that.
Yeah.
But you just make your own original character and just go from there. Granted, this RP is really interesting, I think, because you can make characters that have had great historical characters as their ancestors. Like, for instance, I have this one character that has one of his ancestors was actually the original Captain Nemo from A Thousand League Voyage Under the Ocean. Or I think it's just called A Thousand League Voyage.
1,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah, and they also offer an option to make characters based off of Hindu mythology, because like some of the other superhero companies have inspiration from mythological sites. Like we have Marvel, who takes off a lot of the Norse and Greek. And then we have DC, who also takes off a little bit of Greek and Roman. And then we have Progenitor, which takes off of Hindu mythology.
Yeah.
And I'm actually RPing as a Hindu deity myself called Bakasura. I don't know if you know the myth about him, but I don't think I'm going to ramble on about him. He's just a Hindu deity, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
So that's my two top tier RPs. Bleach, Mundane Revelation, and Progenitor. Two great RPs that I really enjoy on Coloholics.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
Well, that was quite a mouthful.
Yeah, indeed. But moving right along, back to the interview. So what's your thoughts on Coloholics as it stands right now?
As it stands right now, I'd say that we're doing relatively fine, I think. I mean, there's, of course, the donation crisis I've seen all over the place. Like Nevo constantly telling us that we should keep donating because if he doesn't have the money to pay for the servers, then we might one day go down.
Yeah.
And I've also heard that we have had these donation crises like a lot of times.
Of course.
And what really gets me is this creeping fear, like in your back or something, that one day we might actually go down, like forever.
Yeah.
Coloholics will be no more because we don't have the money.
Yeah.
So even if I think that the message can be a little bit annoying, I know it can be annoying, but it is never never too rushed. We should keep donating.
Indeed.
Even the slightest like penny, I think, would make a great difference.
All right. Let me pose a question to you to help out with that situation.
Hmm?
Are you skilled at making things?
Skilled at making things. Like what kind of things?
Shirts, houses, boxes, cats in a bread box, anything that one might want to buy.
Sadly, no. I don't think I am great at handiwork things. Because if I would have been, I would have gladly helped out. But as it stands right now, I'm not really good at handiwork.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say we could even open up a Colo store and sell products out of
Yeah,
that.
I've actually seen that idea jumping around a lot in the chat box.
Yeah.
Like people tell us we should sell Coloholic mugs, we should sell Coloholics T-shirts, we should like sell Coloholics everything.
Of course.
I mean, that would be a great idea, I think, but I don't know if a lot of people would actually want to pay merchandise based on a role-playing site, because a lot of people today don't really think that role-playing, especially on a website, on the internet, is something to put forward in a great cause. I mean, there's a lot of people role-playing like Dungeons and Dragons, but most of the times they do it on like the board, like with paper and pen.
Yeah.
Not on a website.
Indeed. Now, but the second thing is there's sites like Gaia, which I have no idea how it's still around.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things about Gaia online. I haven't actually been on Gaia myself, but I have seen like a lot of members, especially newbies, who have originated from Gaia and transferred to Coloholics. And I've seen some of them have been a little bit bumpy in the start, but they slid into the Colo standards pretty smoothly, and everything was great for them. But then there are these like really hard or really obnoxious guys and girls who like loves to stick to that Gaia mentality they have, and sometimes you just can't help it. They get stuck.
Yeah.
So I don't really know why people from Gaia actually try and defend that website, because I mean, I don't really want to badmouth any website in general. I don't really want to badmouth any of the sites here, because I'm a pretty neutral party in most situations.
Much like your country?
Yeah, we are a pretty neutral country in general. But from what I've seen from Gaia members that have just been like jerks, then I can relate with your questioning there. How have Gaia still been around if a majority of the people that come from there act like that?
Indeed. Well, I mean, they have those gimmicks where they buy shit with virtual money, with real money, and it makes no sense to me. It's like I'm dressing up this little doll thing, is from what I've seen, and it just makes no sense. When people say, well, the mugs and the t-shirts won't generate profit, I'm like, there's people throwing money into like Neopets to buy shit that doesn't even matter. When I can drink out of a fucking mug, I can wear a fucking shirt and be good for the day.
But you can't have a fucking doll to dress up with shit.
And exactly, because that's essential to actually anything.
The way you described there, I was just imagining like thousands of young people, young adolescent people, just sitting at their computers, like, I'm throwing my money at the screen and nothing's happening.
Exactly, pretty much. But anyway, moving right along back into the interview process. Where do you see us going in the future?
The future of Coloholics, I think, like if people keep up their donating, like I said earlier, every single dollar counts. But if people keep donating for the cause of Coloholics, I think it will be a great site. I mean, sure, I I'll have to admit, I'm kind of biased towards some of the members because in earlier times or recent times, I've had bad experiences with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say any names though, but I've had some bad experience with some members, and I can admit that some of them are kind of douchey at times,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same times they're really helpful when it really matters.
Indeed.
Like they are there for you when you need them.
I can
Sure, they are douches sometimes, but they are helpful.
Indeed. Well, Fred, it comes to that sad time where we must say our hails and farewells.
Indeed.
Well, ladies and gents, we've learned a lot about Fred, our local Swede, and this is your captain speaking, signing out. Good night.